She's mad. It was summertime. It was hot in there. She's pregnant. Lights are out. It was back against the wall. Literally.
I got pregnant within 3 months of knowing him, which is a blessing, but it's also a scary bringing a baby into the world, like when everything was going wrong in our lives.
One day I was sitting on the side of the bed. I broke down to Gabby. I was like, look, just stick with me. I promise you. Stick with me. We're gonna get through it. She wanted to stick with me.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why, like, I will fight for my family.
I'm so glad that, like my dad says, like, I'm glad you went through those things, because it just shows you that you never want to be that low in your life. And like, if I was never that low in our lives, like, we wouldn't be where we're at right now.
What is up, everybody? This is Joe Adams, and welcome to the Relentless Pursuit Podcast. What we do on this podcast is bring guests from all different backgrounds, all different walks of life, to share their journey and everything along the way that led them to where they're at today. Real conversations, raw emotion, and the kind of human connection that can't be faked. We're here to make an impact, and that is what we do. So if that is for you, like, subscribe, all those wonderful things. And if that is not for you, I don't know what your problem is, but it's time to get on board today. Thank you. But without further ado, we've got two guests in today, known as the Kelley Family. Army veteran, professional makeup artist, entrepreneur, content creators, all those different things, all these followers across all platforms, making a big impact. Welcome, Jay and Gabby Kelley.
Hey. Glad to be here, man.
It's so cool to have y'all.
Thankful to be here.
I'm grateful to have y'all. Shout out to Justin Allender, our boy.
He is amazing, honestly.
He is. I love Justin.
Yeah.
How long have y'all known him?
Best loan officer out there.
So we've known him like 2-3 years?
2-3.
But we've been working with him for 2 years.
Oh, really?
On trying to get our new house,
Yeah.
He honestly is like a big part of why we even bought our house. Like why we even were able to buy our house.
But he's so solid with the process.
Oh
He
my
is
gosh.
super
He's
solid.
The knowledge
behind it, and just being able to take care of us was.
Oh yeah, and honestly, he'll tell you straight up of what you need to do, how like to even qualify for a house, and
it's nuts.
And it's insane.
So much goes into it, buying, actually building a construction house.
Yeah.
You know, it's
they might as well
crazy.
take an organ. Honestly.
Oh, y'all built?
Yeah, we built from the ground up.
Yeah.
It was still their design, but we got to pick a lot of our stuff.
Like they treat it like a custom. So with the builders that we went with, we were able to just kind of like change a lot of things within the build that they have. Like, you know how some builders, they'll have like a set floor plan.
Yeah.
You have to go with that. No, with them, like we were able to just like custom everything in the house. If we didn't want a bathroom right there and change it into a dog wash station, we did it.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome.
So
that's exciting stuff, guys. I mean, well, congratulations on the new home. Thank you again, Justin. And that's how, like I said, we were connected. Guys, what does life look like for you both today? Whoever wants to go and put that out there, go for it.
First, you gonna go first?
You want to go first?
No, go ahead.
Honestly,
I'll feed off you.
Honestly, I feel like the life that we're living right now feels like a dream still.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I don't even know how we even got here. I mean, I know how we got here, but I'm like, why? Like sometimes I question to my husband, I'm like, why us? Like why did this life choose us to this day? Because all of this started was really just from doing silly videos that turned into a full-time job.
Yeah.
I was literally just having fun during COVID, just posting. And also I was doing makeup for fun as well. I was working for photographers. I was doing makeup at home to even make ends meet, because I loved doing makeup, but I had clients come to the house just because he was in the military, and I had clients come to the house, and that extra little income helped us even push us to like do the little fun things on the side, because military money also wasn't like the best at the time, but it made things work. Insurance was a big thing of why the military even like helped us too.
100%.
But I just feel like just doing those little videos, and then where we're at now, and like it being a full-time job is just absolutely crazy. And it's especially a big shout out to our manager. She found us when we had like 700,000 followers on TikTok.
Yeah.
And and I was kind of scared to even have a manager because I've heard a lot of horror stories in the past.
Really?
And when Jay calls me, he's like, babe, I have like these good vibes. Like, he's like, I think, you know, she's gonna be the one. Like, she's, you know, he's, I don't know. You just called me. You're like, I have a good feeling.
She called one day while we were this is when we was on post at Fort Campbell. And just the connection between the conversation that we had on the phone was what made me like, oh, hey, no, I like this girl. And then I told Gabby about her. And she, obviously, she's with me on my side, or whatever I say. She's like, okay, I believe you. So we got on the call with her again, and she fell in love with her.
Yeah. And she kind of, I think what caught my attention is like, I like to give people chances. And she did say like, hey, we'll do a trial for 3 months.
That's rare.
But she was like, we do a trial for 3 months, and she's like, you're not going to want to go with anyone else. Like, you're going to want to stay with me.
I love that
trial.
confidence,
so
too.
I kind of was like, she had me amped up. Mind you, she's a hustler. And not what I really love about her, too, is not only that she's a hustler, because, mind you, like, we don't care about the money. We as long as our family is, like, happy, we have a roof over our head, food in our table, like, I don't care about any of the extra stuff. I think what really caught my attention is that she really genuinely cares about my family.
Yeah.
I don't need somebody that's just going to use me as like a dollar sign. Like I need her to also like be in it with us. Like we've been working with her for like almost like 5 years. Like it's been four years, right? Since 2021.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been about 4 years. I don't know. I really need to like dig deep of like the exact dates, but no, it's been a few years. And when I tell you without her, she always says it's all us, but no, without her, I don't think we would be even. Without her, I don't even think we would be in this journey where we're at right now.
That's amazing. You know, it's interesting because, you know, you think about like, obviously, because it's genuine, but she obviously sees opportunity with you guys too. Like she's trying to grow what she does and everything. So it's rare to find somebody has that in mind because I think you should.
Yeah.
But, you know, because you want to succeed and do well, right? But at the same time is very genuine and like pours in you in the right ways, right? They're not just trying to have you like fill their cup up.
No, she saw something in us.
She definitely did. And what else helped is that she wasn't with a big company at the time.
She was at the small agency
that she was working for. And when she brought us on, she elevated as well. And then when she elevated, she actually got a bigger opportunity with. Yeah.
She's with the bigger agency now. She had like a few clients with the smaller agency, and she's been with those few clients as well for a few years. So you could just very tell like the connection she has with those clients. So she's already been with them for a few years. Then she got the opportunity to go with Select. Yeah. And Select is a big agency in Beverly Hills, California. So this girl is thriving. I love that for her. And she took us with her. I told her, it's so funny because we told her, she's like, if you ever move up in the bigger world, you better take us with you. And
because we told her we won't forget about you.
Yeah, because it's like, and now she's working with like huge clients out there, like big creators that you wouldn't even think of. Like it's crazy, and we love seeing her grow as well. Because she grew a lot since being with us too. So, and then she's seen our growth. So
that's amazing,
man. And I
might have to give her a shout one day.
Yeah. Like I said,
I'm going to get there.
Yeah. Like I said, we wouldn't be here without, her, and I wouldn't be here if I didn't just keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I kept 100%. Going one thing my husband always told us is like, At first, he didn't even like doing TikToks, or he didn't even like doing videos. Goodness. It's so funny.
It all started with her doing like the makeup stuff. I really got her to dive into her makeup because she's really dope at it. She could do a whole she could probably do that face right there.
Really?
Yeah.
I promise you, she could do that.
Nice.
But it just started with her, and I told her I wasn't downloading TikTok. I wasn't doing none of that. I was like, nah, I can't do it. I can't get into it. She just. Yeah.
What reason why he fell in love with it is because I would do pranks on him all the time, and we just did. And then every time I had him on the camera, I kid you not, like people loved him on the camera because he's naturally funny. Like if you're not even if he doesn't even know he's on camera, he's like, if you had camera on us 24/7, the things that this man does is he's never serious, doesn't take life serious. Yeah. So he's just pure comedy. So people just love seeing him. So what we do with our content, like nothing's like forced, nothing's like scripted or anything. Like it's literally just our life. Like it's
Yeah.
If you see any comedy, like that's literally just him being him, and that's just
That's
our family
awesome.
being us. And I think that's why I love this life, because I don't have to change who I am for the camera.
Yeah, y'all do
to
it the
be
right way.
Yeah. So I don't, like you are what you see. Like what you see on social media is what you see in real life. So.
That's cool. It's not just the highlight reels. I was talking to somebody about like, my training has been like off late this past year. I commute from Murfreesboro. I've got a lot more responsibility. I'm trying to like do this, and this. And I'm like, gosh, I can't just have like one consistent, like really good week of training. And it's been driving me nuts because that's just something I take very seriously. And I'm like, but at the end of the day, I'm doing the best I can.
Oh,
and like my priorities is my family, my business, and me, and that's always going to be number one. And the family and business ties together. My business is what's going to elevate my family and so on, right?
It ties,
But you compare yourself to, you got the guys that like, they get up out of bed, press record, and then they get back in bed and get back up. And they're doing their routine and they're posting all their kids' lunches and stuff that are super healthy.
Yes.
Like sometimes my daughter's going to get gummies or Roni. You know what I'm saying? Like
doing that, honestly, like, and what I tell people is be yourself and be like, I told you about consistency too, but also be yourself. Like I promise you don't know how many people would relate to you just even showing that hey, if you want to feed your kids pepperoni for lunch, or that's what they prefer, because my daughter, I'll get her a full lunch and she won't eat half the meal. I'm wasting.
Yeah.
We're wasting pretty much. She'll just eat the cheese. We go to Chipotle, she'll eat literally just the cheese.
Yep.
She won't eat anything else. I promise you, I don't starve my kid. They just that's what they want at this age.
We all had that 24 hours,
But you would be surprised. People love the real, and I think that's why I will always, I will always be proud of is that someone cannot sit here and say that I'm just trying to act like this aesthetic mom, like I'm feeding my kids carrots and tomatoes all day.
You do the best you can.
But trust me, I feed my kids eat vegetables, but I'm not going to also like force something down their mouth, like if they don't want it, but
I eat some cereal. I eat cereal and stuff. I'm turned out perfectly fine. I think it's almost like you can't let everything keep you in fear. Yeah. Like every type of food and stuff, like you got to have some flexibility, like stay aware and be conscious about the decisions. But at the same time, man, life, everybody has 24 hours, but everybody's hours, everybody's time in that looks completely different, totally. And then my wife and I talk about this. It's like, it's not, it's easy to press record and then throw the ball with your kid for 1 minute. But like, are you really spending that intentional time with them? But again, with people like that, I'm not trying to knock them, but like that content is their content. That content is their business. That's everything. So they're building off of that. So people just kind of got to see past it.
And it's funny you said that. Remember I was talking about how earlier when I was saying like a trip to the Nashville Zoo or like Disney World or something, when I'm recording, like me, myself, I'm actually recording our interactions within the park.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't feel like I'm actually enjoying it because I'm recording. That's
a block for me.
Yeah.
And if I had somebody else that's there to record it for us, I could be myself and interact.
I think that's the hardest part is like when you do go to those like public things, like, we mainly just record our kids' raw reactions.
Yeah.
But also sometimes we want our raw reactions. So it's mainly just me recording him. But sometimes he can't get my point of view because it's, me recording. I'll be like, hey, we'll take turns, vice versa. Like, so it would be easier. I recommend like as a content creator, if you do full-time content, definitely having somebody to help you, because we have friends that have somebody that like help them as well. And it's just very inspiring, but it's just also finding the right person that
gotta find the right one.
Has the time for it.
Y'all need somebody to go to Disney with y'all. Listen, I'll fly Spirit Airlines. I'm easy. I'll sleep in the rental car. I'll be a fly on the wall. You know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all need me to do. No, but that makes a lot of sense, and that's something I struggle with. It's just like I want to be there, and not only are you're sharing it with the world, but you're documenting those moments too. Those moments. And like that.
That's why there's
recording
times,
with my daughter. It's like. That's a moment. Like she can watch that clip when I'm dead and gone. This is just the truth, right? And that's powerful.
Like, one thing that works for us is that we kind of just like stick to just we'll like knock out the content just so we can enjoy the day. Just enjoy stuff. Just because it's like we post every single day, but we don't post absolutely everything of our lives because there's some things that you also want to keep private. So it's like not everybody needs to know everything that you're doing, but people so happen to people just think that they know everything about you, the ones that don't want to see you do well, and they just like assume that, oh, this is all they do all day. But it's like, no, you don't know. We're actually real people, as well. So we do keep a lot of things. We pick and choose of what we want to record and stuff like that. Like if we want to vlog our kids' soccer, but it's like, you didn't see our entire day. I don't like some of the things like recording from like the morning to night. I won't do it all the time. Because it's like, not everybody needs to know your like day-to-day schedule, So
it's all about consistency.
We just do what works for us.
I love it. What do you think? What's different about the season that you're in right now?
Man, the season we're in right now.
You want me to start it? He feeds off of me every time.
What's different in our season right now?
I feel like the different in our season right now is like learning who's in our circle and learning about like, I feel like who's in your circle matters the most of how you grow, and that's including like friends, family, everyone. I feel like the more we get older and the more we grow in this journey, we're realizing that not everybody grows with you, and like doesn't go in that next chapter in your life, and that's okay. It's very like sometimes you question, you're just like, dang, like is it me? But really things happen for a reason of why those people just don't go with you in your next chapter in your life.
It's okay to burn bridges.
And when those bridges burn, it hurts, but at the same time, I'm just like, I know it happened for a reason, and I know that that's the way to just keep growing. I feel like, I was telling my husband since the years that we've been together, because we've been together since 2015, there's so many people that we've gone through, like in friendships wise and all that. And like the people that I have in my life right now just makes sense.
Yes.
It makes sense. And you're just like, yeah, it's not a lot, but it's like the people that genuinely want to be there for you and genuinely love you, and especially love my kids like their own.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, if that's all I have, that's all I need. And I feel like when you're in a like journey like this, you just really don't need like 10,000 friends. So you only need like, if I only have one friend, I'm telling you right now, I'd be perfectly fine with that. If the whole world was against me, I'd be fine with that as well. But my like literally circle is so small, and I'm so thankful for it, because I'm just like, I don't need a lot of people to congratulate me. I don't need a lot of people to just be there, like be there, but not really be there. Like I feel like I had a lot of people around me that genuinely were not happy for us. Honestly, I feel like it was a lot of like hate.
And for her, it really, because she's a social butterfly, as you can see. She talks. she could talk. Me, I'm more so like the quiet one event at first, and then I'll start to like
open up.
But
that's how my wife's like you, and I'm more like her. Like, you know what I'm saying?
She'll like, and that's where our daughter gets it from too. She's very like, she'll talk to everybody. But yeah, I'm just like, when it comes to like a friendship and stuff like that, I learned at a very young age, right after high school, that some of those guys that were your friends in high school, they ain't sticking around after, because you'll go through some things, good things, bad things, whatever. But I just my friendship, my circle is super small.
He always is the type to kind of sit in the back, quiet, but it's not because he's just quiet, he's like analyzing you. And I told you, like, I know things before it even happens. So if you think I didn't realize you were weird to begin with, you're don't think otherwise just because I was sweet. Like, no, like I knew you were weird. I just try to see the good in you.
I mean, I'm kind of weird.
No, not in that way. Well, we're weird too, but I'm talking about like energies. Like I can tell, like my toxic trait that I'm still learning. And like I said, nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm still learning as this journey grows. And like, I'm about to be 30 this year. So there's a lot that I've learned in the past 30 years. And one thing that I'm learning is not to just see the good in everybody, and just know, like, if I knew that I knew your energy was off like a year, 2 years ago, I just wanted to see the good in you. And I was hoping that like it would change because we are good people. And I was like, I don't understand who would not like us. Like,
Yeah.
And that's not us just saying, you know, the type of like, you should like us based off of what you see. Nah, we know for a fact that we just don't say or do anything that's not likable.
And not
You
even
know?
and not even that. It's like more so when you're in our circle, we love you
Yeah,
to the
we will,
fullest.
yeah.
Like I will
Yeah.
do anything
take
for
care of
you,
you.
your kids. And it's like that's my toxic trait is like when I let you in, I let you in.
Yeah.
Like I'll do anything for you. Like if you need anything, like I'm there. Your kids, you need me to be with your kids for a week or two days or whatever. Like I'm just
Yeah.
there. I just like will do anything for my friends.
Mhm.
And even my family, like, you know, but I just feel like with this journey, like I said, with this journey, as crazy as that, what I'm learning is like not to see the good in everybody, and that if I sense something to begin with, I need to just stick with it and not just let them fully in. And that's what I've been doing now. Like if I sense something off about somebody, I'm not going to let you fully in. I will keep you where you're at.
Yeah.
I'll say hi to you, be an associate, whatever, keep it chill. But I will not let you in my sacred
Sure.
home and like, you know what I mean? Like I'm learning that.
It's a tough lesson.
Yeah.
You know, like I've had to see it in my life. You know, I've held on to some certain people too long, you know, and it burned me. And then it built a lot of resentment because I was like, man, my family had to sacrifice. So you like, maybe you could, you know what I'm saying? Like they've had to deal with all the stuff that I've had to deal with, you know, energetically too, you know, and I've had like people tell me, you're never going to succeed at what you're doing. You just need to quit. I love you. I'm like, that's not love, first of all, but you know, but then you realize, well, you've changed, you know, you've lost more friends than I could count. And it's like, yes, I have. And the people I lost, I'm glad I'm lost. And I'm glad I'm not the person I was when we used to hang out, because I look around now and I'm like, dude, the people in my life are solid. You know, they're crushing it. They're in alignment. And I think it's just finding people that are in alignment with you and your path.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
everybody's going to be, and that's okay too. You know, but it's a really hard thing. Like, I feel like she's more like me. Like, I don't know how you feel with it, but it hurts your heart because you're like,
it
man, I
hurts.
saw the best in them. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and it's good to have that hope, but if it doesn't click, then you got to do what's best for you. At the end
Man,
of the
and
day.
it's like
I
you be
think
sensing the toxic traits too with people that
Yeah.
you're friends with. And you sense like, you know, because like I said, not everybody's perfect. So I don't expect my friends to be perfect either. So I just try to see the good. And then like, I also try to feed like positivity with my friends and like good advice because like I've been through a lot of friendships that like, you know, I saw as family and they saw me as competition. And I'm just like, it should never be like that.
Oh.
You know? So I've been going through it since high school. It's been crazy, you know? So, and I really think it's just cause I have a lot of, like I said, I see the good in everyone, and I have a lot of, I don't know, love for people, and you know, I want to see everybody win around me. But like, you gotta understand that not everybody sees the same as you. So
Yeah, it's like that. You're empathetic towards them, you
Yes,
know.
man,
Like I'm
I
very
hate
much
it.
that way. It's
I
like
hate
I'm
it. And then I'm telling you, when I get betrayed, oh, trust me, best believe.
Different story.
I'm gonna crash out for like 5. My husband's gonna hear it. My husband's gonna see my crash outs.
yes.
I'm gonna be crashing out for a good like few days, and you know, my husband's gonna hear my mouth. But at the end of the day, I'd rather crash out to him than try to even waste my energy on people that don't
Fighting back. Yeah.
People that, because like at the end of the day, why me crashing out on somebody, going off on somebody? What is it going to do?
Nothing.
It's not going to do anything. And if someone wasn't willing to tell me how they truly feel and like be real with me and tell me how you truly feel instead of making the subliminals and, you know, vice versa, and like not be grown about it and let's talk about it. Cause I'm more of like, I want to talk about it. Like what's bothering you?
Yeah.
Let's fix it.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to fix it and you want to go and make subliminals, like, hey, go for it. But you're cut out of my life forever. Like that's it.
Yeah.
One thing I had to learn
Yeah.
is like, typically when people have something negative to say, it's just a reflection of them,
Yeah.
you know, and I have to like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I just got to show them compassion.
Yeah.
Like they're saying this to me. I'd never say this to them,
Yeah.
but they're saying this to me because something that they haven't looked at in the mirror is bringing that out.
Yeah.
You know, it's typically like a projection.
Yeah.
And I have to understand like, okay, well, they've got something going on in their life and that's okay. You know, and I just happen to be the one they spew it towards, and then it just
Yeah.
helps me separate a little bit more. But it's a hard thing to get there with. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to be like
100%.
him though, because he's more so.
Dude, as long as all I care about is my family.
Yeah.
Same.
And if I don't have to stress and worry about all the extra BS, I'm not going to. I'm just gonna worry about if she's feeling down, then I'm gonna make sure she, I pick her back up, or my daughters and my son. That's all I worry about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
As you should.
Is everybody else, everything else, I don't care.
Yeah.
You don't want to be my friend? Cool.
Good.
Yeah.
I'll pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as I care about their opinion and their opinion only.
That's
about
it.
me. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't care about
To,
my
feel
to
ya.
me, that's on the road that I am, but I just react differently than him.
Yeah.
I think it's more so because like I'm just like, dang, like I would never do that to you, but you did
Yeah.
that to me. That's
feel
more
ya.
so like, and then it hurts my kids too, because it's like when you in my sacred journey, like in my home and all that. That's why I take it to heart, because I'm like, I let you in my house. Like it's just and that's why with this new house, I'm taking it very deeply. Like I'm not gonna just let anyone here.
I'm coming over later.
Yeah, like, me too. You got to. But no, I'm just not letting just anybody in again until I truly know you. Like,
There's nothing wrong with that
Yeah.
either. Yeah. So it's just a new it's a shift for you.
yeah, and that's the biggest shift that I'm going through is
Yeah.
really that. And I think another big shift is the opportunities that have been coming our way. It's just insane.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, what's most exciting in this season, but what's also like the heaviest?
Man, the exciting is working with brands we never thought
Yeah.
we would work with.
Yeah.
I feel like we're just like, they want to work with us. Like for example, we have a long-term partnership with Geico right now, and
Sweet.
that's been amazing, honestly, working with them.
Really cool.
He just got his dream partnership with Dr. Pepper. Like that
Yeah,
was
let's
crazy.
go.
And
Dr. Pepper, baby. Sorry, every time you say Dr.
That's
Pepper.
on the contract. He's just got to throw that out every once in a while.
but no, I just think like the brands we were able to work with, I feel like the opportunities that are even with our kids, like this entire journey, like I said, has been crazy. Like it's been really for them. It's all for them.
Yeah.
So the opportunities that come with it, like my kids love it too. Like
Yeah.
they love it. They even talk Disney. We've been working with Disney for like a few years now.
Yeah.
And man, when I tell you, they keep asking, when are we going to go to Disney? Because they've invited them like, 3 times now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So that's been
They're
another.
they're ready for a Disney trip.
Yeah.
and they not just them. I'm ready for a Disney trip.
Yeah, right.
Turn it down, baby.
What's her name?
Nova.
We got Nova in the background, so if y'all hear children's movies and little giggles, it's Nova, and it's okay. I understand. My daughter would be here doing something.
Yes. But my parents obviously didn't have not obviously, but my parents didn't have a lot of money growing up, like when I was young and stuff like that. So, which is fine, but they try to make ends meet like growing up, and I wasn't able to experience Disney. I wasn't able to have she made it work. Like we had such a great childhood.
Yeah.
But all the things that I did want to do when I was younger, I wasn't able to do because the circumstances, and having kids of my own and being able to do this for them, it heals my inner child. So when I do go to Disney, or if I do take them somewhere that I wasn't able to go to as a kid,
Yeah.
it just I don't know, heals me in a lot of ways. And then growing up, my mom did end up, my parents end up obviously getting better at finances. My dad joined the military, and as growing up, that's when we started to obviously experience a lot more in life.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously it wasn't as young as them, but even though later than better, it's fine. But
Yeah, it's one of those things too. It's like y'all got such a beautiful opportunity. I think that's what's so fascinating about our time. Don't get me wrong, there's some scary things. Things are becoming very artificial, and we don't really know what he knows what's ahead. It could be for better or worse. I'm a hopeful. And I think Lord of the Rings always. So I'm like, it's the light's going to overcome. Everything's going to be all right. But you always hear the doom side of things.
Yeah.
And because fear sells.
Yeah.
Truly, and then you get people that kind of knock the influencing side of things, and they're just and this isn't to knock anybody. They're like, oh, you need to get a real job or this or that and the other. And that kind of gets to you. I was like, man, I was working on jets for 6
Yeah.
years. Like
That's what
I
I'm
did that,
saying,
but
yeah.
like if I have the opportunity to create a future for my family that's in surplus, you know, to where financially you just have freedom and I can take the time with them and be intentional. I'm not always exhausted and away.
Yeah.
Like what a beautiful thing, an
Yeah.
opportunity. Like
And-
who doesn't want that?
That's what I was about to say. Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah. And
I
also,
love being with my family.
Like, yeah.
we were talking about this also on the way here, is that like a lot of people see influencers, they see influencers as like, oh, they're just out there just like, you know, spending all their money on like designers and this and that and all that stuff. And it's like, hey, at the end of the day, yeah, it's nice having designers here and there, but what we do differently and compared to a lot of families or even influencers is that we're very smart with our money, and we don't ever talk about income with anyone like that. We really don't. I mean, even we kind of just keep that to ourselves. We'll talk about like the brands we work with all day, but we'll never speak on it because you just can't like really know who you're talking to, because influencers kind of just want to be like, oh, well, how much do you make? How much do you make? And I just feel like it's like a weird thing.
Yeah.
Like I just won't sit here and say that. But we're very smart with our money, and really we invest in our kids. That's one thing that I will do, like, is investing.
100%.
They're in like 5,000 sports right now. We put all our money into our kids, and then we put our money into, obviously we bought our house for them. It's really for them. Our backyard's going to be like a playground galore. Like really, it's all for them.
Leave the house.
Yeah, right.
And honestly, we really wanted it just for them because they were growing out of our other house. So we wanted something bigger for them. Like they have their own playroom. They're going to have their dream backyard. That's all you would know what we really invest into our lives. And it's really just for them. And meanwhile, there is, influencers. I think there's like a lot of people out there that like make it seem like every influencer does that, but we do not just go like we're just very smart with it. Like we invest.
That just should be,
It's just like an
there's a lot of
investment
unknown
kind of
too.
thing.
So you
So
got to be
it's
prepared
just
for
like-
that.
You never know that algorithm changes.
Yeah.
And
And then like with
Yeah.
him retiring from the military, like man, like
How long were you in?
he's good.
I was in for 6 years.
6 years. Okay,
But-
same.
Yeah,
But
years.
he got that
it in.
100% recently. So
Nice. I'm working on it. I'm at 60.
Okay. Yeah, I got it literally this year, right before getting into the house. So actually,
What a blessing.
yeah. So I think that too, like I said, we also have the guidance too. I have my parents where
big
they've
help.
always guided us.
Yeah.
And, shout out to them, man. Like we had to figure it out on ourselves. Like when we first met, I was 18, he was 21. So I was only an 18-year-old little girl.
Yeah.
Didn't know what life, barely had any credit. And this world revolves around credit. So I definitely, also had to
Unfortunately.
work on that. So it's just like to be where we're at right now. And like I said, we're just very smart in the things that we do. And we're still learning as we grow
For sure.
as a couple. So
Well, let's take it back a little bit. Y'all both come from, both had military parents.
yes.
A military brat.
Yeah. So tell us, whoever wants to go first, tell us a little bit about your upbringing, like what did growing up in that environment, like where specifically are you from, or where did you begin your journey? And then how did that growing up in that kind of shape and influence you moving forward in life?
So I grew up actually in Clarksville. I mean, it was Fort Campbell, Kentucky.
Okay.
I was born there. Dad was military prior service, so we've been everywhere. His last duty station was at Fort Campbell where he retired. But we've been everywhere. We've been to Colorado, Ohio, Germany for about 3 years. Germany was fun as a kid. We went to Mannheim, Germany.
Sweet.
Came back from Germany, went to Kentucky, back to Kentucky, and then, that's where I grew up pretty much from 6th grade all the way till I was a senior.
Yeah.
Childhood I had a great childhood. I will never complain about my childhood. Could there have been some things that could have been different? Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's strict childhood. I had a fun childhood as well. Right after high school, went to UT Chattanooga.
Okay.
I went there for a year. I had dreams of trying out for their football team to play for them, but I guess the things with their head coaching, I didn't get on time with their walk-on schedule, so we couldn't do that. Came back to Clarksville, tried out for Austin Peay State University. I made their team. Played on their team for about 1.5 years, 2. Decided that wasn't working out. You know, I was on GI Bill with my dad.
Yeah.
Once that ran out, I was like, I had to figure out how to pay for school. So I got a job. I had like 5 jobs working in the mall, like 5 different jobs in the mall. After that is when I decided, really, hey, well, let's take it back. Let's take it back a little bit more. I met her during those 5 jobs.
Oh, okay. So before you got in.
Yes, before I got in, I met Gabby. This is when she slid in my DMs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I asked him a question.
She asked me a simple question, but it led to other...
Him taking me on a date.
Yeah, I'll always say, you know, people ask, how did y'all meet? Oh, she slid in my DMs.
Yeah.
He'll forever do that. But
She always comes back with, well, you took me on a date the first time we met, so...
Literally the first day.
So I want to talk about this meeting part and then her take it back, and then we kind of start off from there. If that's cool with you guys,
Yeah.
That way we can track it. I do want to ask, you know, so that's what it was like working up to y'all meeting. What made you, what made you reach out to him?
Okay, so
be real.
I was drunk.
Oh,
But I was really drunk, but he was one of my Instagram crushes. So with me being drunk, it's crazy because I never message guys first. I just never was that girl. But when I was drunk, I was feeling a little like, oh, let me message him. But I literally asked him a question and I didn't even make sense. So I had to change. I had to like act like I messed up and like fix it in the morning before he saw it. Because it was like at 3 a.m. I even have the DM, like I'll pull it up right now.
No,
It was
let's
like
do
2 or
it.
3 in the morning. So I
Do you really?
No, I did.
Oh,
I looked at it. So then it didn't even like make sense. I messed up the APSU because I said, do you play football at APSU? And he ended up replying. He's like, yes, I do. Beautiful. And then we started talking. And he asked me to go on a movie date like that same day. And I was like so hungover. And I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Like, what did I get myself into? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. I was like, I'm going to see if he's catfish. So that was me at the time with me being young. I was being young. But I was like not thinking anything of it. I did not think that ever since that date, we just never stopped hanging out.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
So y'all just, I guess it felt like something real from the beginning.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I think, because, like I said, she was 18, I was 21, so I got to experience a lot of the college life.
So I met young, yeah.
Yeah. She was right after high school, so she didn't get to really experience the stuff that I got to experience.
Yeah.
So I did the partying, I did all that. I was hard on it. Like, eventually it got tiring for me, so I was like, hey, that's not what I'm looking for anymore. When I met her, I felt super comfortable. I could be myself around her. I think it was one day we was sitting in the apartment, and I had asked her a question. It was kind of funny question. I was like, hey, how do you feel if I, farted around you? And from that day, when she said, oh, my dad does it all the time, mid-sentence.
No, literally, I think
and from that day, I was super comfortable around her. I'm like, oh, I could be myself then. Shoot, say less.
This is nice.
No, he was silly. I think that's what caught my attention about him is he was so silly. And I'm like, I don't like serious men. Yeah. I really cannot stand it. I was just like, he could be himself. He could be funny or whatever. So I just hate when men that just are just too serious for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, because I just feel like that's been my past is like being with serious men, and I just can't. I can't deal with it. I'm like, you're just not, no.
Yeah, because that silliness it's authentic.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I like to have fun every day. Like, I don't like to be upset, mad, sad. Like, I'd rather bring joy to my family and people around me. If they laugh at my jokes, hey, cool.
Yeah.
You see our kids. Our kids are just as silly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Full of personality.
That's funny. It's, interestingly enough, I feel you here, though, because my wife slid into my DMs on Instagram.
There you go.
And so something to be said about IG DM slides, when the woman does it.
It's a flex. I treat it as a flex because it's like, dang, it's normally the other way around.
Millions of other people.
Yeah, and you slid in mine?
Yeah. It's so funny. And it's kind of similar. Like, I was in the mountains with a buddy of mine, and I was like, taking some mushrooms. And and she had reacted to. She was like, I just want you. No, I'm just kidding. I
Yeah.
always tell her. All she did was send like a heart emoji to like a picture of like these snowy mountains.
Okay.
And I messaged her. I was sitting by this fire. My buddy wasn't feeling well, so he went in. I'm just like air guitaring like to some metal, just like feeling it. And like I opened up my phone. I was like, "You're missing out," because she reacted. Mm-hmm. And she had said something else, and then I was looking at my screen. It was all weird, and I was like, "Listen, I'm in a weird state of mind. I'm gonna text you. I'll message you back tomorrow because I was there."
Oh yeah.
And the next day, man, we were talking, and it was just very intentional. And I was like,
yeah.
And then we got a date. We set up a date for like Wednesday. Mm-hmm. I met her for some drinks, and it was just like,
wow.
Ever since then,
right off the bat, I went in like an open book. I was like, "This is who I am. This is what I've been through. This is what I'm about. This is where I'm going. This is what you get." Mm-hmm. And that's one of the biggest lessons I can give anybody. Just be an open book from day one, man.
Sure.
You're going to save each other a lot of heartache, if you, rather than like reserving stuff. Just like if you see a future with somebody, you want that, then just lay it out there.
Yeah.
They're going to either like it or not. And then it was same thing. Like from then on, it was just, I was farting pretty early on too. I probably like within a day or two, I was like, "Whoa," you know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, once you get over that phase, you're good. Cause it's like, hey, I was tired of holding in my stuff. My stomach was hurting every time she came over. I'm like, "Hey, Gabby, I got a question, man. How would you feel if I did this?"
Had a lot of protein.
No, because he farts every day.
That's funny.
It's like, I'm like, no, you have IBS. It's crazy.
So my daughter tries to, like, if I do it, she's like, and I'm like, "Listen, don't poop on yourself." Like, she feels that she's got to match me on that level,
I'll beat this, Dad.
It's so funny. All right, so Gabby, take us back to your origin, like a little bit about your childhood.
So I am from El Paso, Texas. This shocks a lot of people, actually. I have a lot of like Texas supporters. So every time they hear about this, it's like a big thing because El Paso is a growing city, beautiful city. But I am originally from El Paso, Texas. My mom actually was I don't really talk about this often, but she was a single mother, like I said. So when I was younger. And then when she met my stepfather, he's basically my biological father. Like he's been in my life since I was 6. I lived with my grandma, lived with my mom, like lived a lot of places because she was a single mom. And then when she met my stepfather, who's actually been there since I was 6, that's when he joined the military for me and my brother. Mm-hmm. He took us in like his own. Yeah. And once he joined the military, we moved when I was in the 3rd grade from El Paso, Texas, and we went to Oklahoma for our first duty station. And then from Oklahoma, we went to Oklahoma, we were there till 5th grade. And then 6th grade, I moved back to El Paso to get stationed there in Fort Bliss.
Okay.
And then 6th grade to 8th grade, I was there. And then we moved to Louisiana, Fort Polk. Right? Fort Sill or Fort Polk? I think it's Fort Polk.
Something like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we went to Louisiana, and it was from 8th grade to sophomore year. Yeah. And then I got stationed at Fort Campbell.
Yeah.
And came here, and I was there from sophomore year to senior year. And obviously after my senior year, I went to Austin P. And then I met Jay during Austin P times, my party times. A lot of my friends know about it. I wasn't like party head, but honestly, it's really because that's another story to talk about why I was even doing all that.
Yeah.
But and then I met Jay, and then in 2015, and then in 2018, he joined the military, and then we got stationed in Killeen, Texas.
Okay.
And then from 2018 to 2021, we got stationed back here to Fort Campbell, and we've been here ever since.
Nice. What did, the military upbringing, what do you think it gave you guys? And what did it take from each of you, just in the childhood aspect?
I think it gave me the It gave me definitely discipline. I was, like I said, strict parents. It also gave me to not get comfortable at a certain location because you're not going to be here for too long. You know what I mean? So the friends I'd have friends for like 2-3 years, boom, gone the next, and I'm going to another spot. So it taught me to really like adjust to new places quicker than, I guess somebody that wasn't a military child.
Grew up in like the same town their whole life.
Yeah. So I know how to adjust to certain situations faster than.
Yeah, being a military brat was very rough for me, actually.
Oh, really?
It was so rough. I cried every time I moved because, like I said, I get attached and I have. You did move friends.
Like at hard time, like sophomore year. I would hate to move
during school
like
was
high school.
hard.
Yeah, I moved sophomore year. I'm not military brat, but it's quite the adjustment.
And we were a big sports family, so I was in like cheer competition. I was in cheer teams. I was like, volleyball, basketball growing up. Like I was in like mostly a lot of sports. So when you get attached to the teams and the friends and all that, I think that was really hard for me because I got so attached to my friends and all that. I did not want to start fresh. I didn't want to start a new environment. Like I was comfortable where I was at. And it's like having to leave all those times during school and sports was tough.
No choice.
Cause it's like, and maybe for him it wasn't as tough because he was that and he wasn't big on sports growing up. Like his family dynamic with sports wasn't really.
I didn't start sports till 6th grade.
Oh, okay.
So with me,
that was the time Dad came to the Fort Campbell last duty station. He was done here, so we was, like I said, 6th grade to 12.
That's when
I was here.
Yeah.
So it was easier for me, I would say.
And I think that's why my kids won't be able to experience all the moving, because they're just at their school. And honestly, I want that for them too. Like if they do stay in school with sports and all that, like they're not moving mid high school, mid all that, because they're just like growing there and stuff like that. I think I'm more worried about like I would homeschool my kids probably like during elementary, middle school time, but like high school, like opportunities for like sports is like would be crazy for them. And I think that's what I see. I see more for the sports. I don't care about the whole college things. Like it's more for sports for them because they're so talented at the young age. That's why we're so big on sports, because we wish we also were in sports. I was in sports till 4th grade. Like I said, my mom couldn't afford a lot of things when I was younger, and I always wanted to be in sports since I was like her age, like my daughter's age 4. But so that's why we're so big on it. Like we've been on with our kids' sports since they were 3.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, just having them super proactive.
Yeah.
What are some of the, I guess you getting into the military, what were some of the early struggles with that? Because did y'all get married before?
So the struggles before the military was brutal. I was working at a call center in Nashville. This was a test of our relationship as well, moving in with each other. Of course, 18, 21, we're young.
Never lived with anyone before, by the way, and he lived with someone before. So
okay, yeah. I had a girl before her.
Just got to throw that out there.
Yeah, I always got
to just saying. I never lived with anyone before, so.
But you really get to like see how that person is when you actually get to live with them. So we had, it was bumpy road.
First year of our marriage was tough. Like it's not even, we're not even gonna sugarcoat it.
It was very tough.
It was so tough.
But yeah, I was working in Nashville. I had to drive from Clarksville to Nashville every day. During that, I lost my job. She was pregnant as well. So 3 months pregnant, I believe. And I lost my job, so I was jobless for about 2-3 months.
We didn't even know about unemployment at the time. We didn't even know you could file.
I got let go because when she was pregnant, she had like complications with our first one, always having to go to the hospital for something. So I would always, call in and be like, hey, my wife is this. I gotta, I'm going with her to the hospital.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was periodically, it was consistent. So they decided to let me go. I was, like I said, I got let go. We were struggling financially. Lights got cut off.
Yeah.
We found ourselves having to dig for pennies and stuff to take her to Arby's to get food.
Yeah.
Mind you,
sitting in the dark.
Mind you, my mom's
AC's
listening
out,
to this. She's probably so
summer.
livid hearing this.
Yeah, she's mad. It was summertime. It's hot in there. She's pregnant. Lights are out. Like it was back against the wall, literally. And it took. I think it was one day I was sitting on the side of the bed. I broke down to Gabby. I was like, "Look, just stick with me.
Yeah.
I promise you, stick with me. We're gonna get through it." Because she didn't have to deal with it. She could easily go home. She's an 18-year-old. She'd go back to her mom. Her mom and dad would definitely let her go back.
Yeah.
But she wanted to stick with me.
Yeah.
During the hard times, and that's one of the reasons why, like, I will fight for my family, all without a doubt.
That's
And
so valuable.
Yeah.
You know, like going through that grind and that like struggle together. I mean, my road hasn't been easy, you know, like I proposed just as I moved in that building, my wife gets pregnant, you know, so it's like business, marriage, and babies all at once, like entrepreneurship, the unknown struggle. It's like, dang, these tests, but you know, y'all could, looking at it, it's like it brings y'all so much closer.
Yeah.
It's such a strengthening thing because if y'all push through together and you learn how to communicate with one another, it could be the best thing. And then when you get to a level where like you don't got to worry about those same pressures, you get to, it just feels different, right? And you get to reflect on like where y'all were at one point, and I'm sure y'all do.
Oh yeah, and that's why I appreciate her so much because, you know, typical women nowadays, they would have just left my ass, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he don't have his shit together, I'm out of here. So she stuck with me. And I told her, look, I'm going to join the military so we can finally get our feet, you know, get back on our feet. And that was my decision. Getting into the military, although some people would say, you know, that's easy. It was not easy for me.
Oh, really?
Let's be real. I'm going to be real. It was not easy for me. The ASVAB was messing me up. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, testing gives me so much anxiety.
Same.
I don't like testing, especially when I'm on the spot. Like, I need this. Now my anxiety is like to the roof because it's like, if I don't pass this ASVAB, it's going to delay getting it. Because you know how, like, if you don't pass it, you got to wait 3 months or 6 months or whatever. So I had to do it like 3 or 4 times, the ASVAB. Before I finally get it.
I was like, you must have really bad anxiety.
It was really bad. And here's the thing. I know I'm not a dummy. You know what I mean? I go into the Army and I redo my ASVAB. My GT scored 110. I get a 70 on my ASVAB. But this is me going into the Army
comfortable and
I'm relaxed. I'm calm. I don't need to take another ASVAB, but I did it just to.
I think it's everything that went wrong. Like everything you can think of went wrong in our lives. Like I feel like it was back to back. It's like eviction, lights cut off. I got pregnant within 3 months of knowing him, which is a blessing that I even have she's almost 10, you know, and she changed our lives, you know. But it's also scary bringing a baby into the world, like when everything was going wrong in our lives.
Yeah,
like,
we weren't. Yeah, at that time we were not ready.
Like sometimes I never told my mom about it nor my dad, and I think it's because, and she gets so mad at me that I didn't tell her. She's like, I could have helped you, but it's like my dad. You know, my dad tells me, he's like, no, I'm glad you didn't tell me, because he's like, if you guys didn't go through all that, you wouldn't be where you're at right now.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm glad you went through those things. Yeah. You know, and as a dad, he wants to be tough. As a mom, was like, oh, I want to help you, but I would have never learned if I was just getting handouts.
She also didn't want to like talk to her parents about it and
them look at him also.
At me like, well,
he couldn't take care of us.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you know what I mean. But
my mom tells me to this
yeah.
day, like, I would have never saw you guys in those ways, because she also struggled with my dad.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, everyone struggles and stuff. I just think I was just so young-minded that I just was thinking of all the what ifs. But I'm so glad that, like I said, like my dad says, like, I'm glad you went through those things, because it just shows you that you never want to be that low in your life. And like, if I was never that low in our lives, like, we wouldn't be where we're at right now.
Yes.
I feel like we would have been so dumb, like, if we never went through that and where we're at right now in life with like social media, we would have been so stupid just spending our money on the dumbest things and go broke. Yeah. Like, no, like I would have went broke. Like, we wouldn't know what to do with all this money. We would just spend. And it's like, no, like, you know, you still gotta pay taxes. So you can't just go spend all that money. Like, you still gotta pay taxes. You gotta pay this. You know, you're an adult. Like,
So it's kind of like, your story that you were telling us before, that going through that opened our eyes.
Yeah.
Because we,
I've gone through it later in life,
Yeah.
I mean, and it's a timing thing, right? It's like,
Yeah.
not to interrupt you, but
No,
like,
no, go ahead.
like similar things that y'all are facing, like I'm at in my point in the journey, totally different journeys, but there's still that relatability there. Like, just the struggle and that bond you build though in it is probably one of the most valuable things for a marriage.
Yeah.
Sure. So I appreciate y'all's insight on that too, because that's real, and it should, hopefully it helps people think like, don't bail on someone just because times are tough. Like y'all see it through together, you help each other through it, you lean into one another, and I mean, if it makes your relationship, then y'all are going to have a strong ass relationship.
And I think that's why our relationship is super strong to this day.
You enlist in the military, 6 years. I guess just briefly take us like, okay, what your job was, what you did, maybe some experiences in that, what, being a military wife and mother was like in that time frame. So if you want to start there.
Yeah. So when I joined the military, I only had 2 options of job selections because of my score. But my recruiter, he was a 92 Fox, which is a petroleum specialist. He, gave me some insights about it because it was either being that or a cook. And I was like, you ain't going to catch me in the kitchen. So I was like, yeah, I'll do the 92 Fox because at that point I was like, I'll take any job.
Yeah.
I'll redo my ASVAB when I get in the Army and change my job. Whatever, cool. So I got 92 Fox petroleum specialist, and bro, honestly, that job was not too bad.
Yeah.
Some people would think it's just me filling up vehicles and aircrafts, but no, there was more to it. There was testing the fuel. You got to know the different type, like 2 different tests we did, the millipore test and the aqua glows. All that you had to take an accountability when you're messing with big fuel because you can't have any type of water or anything.
Can't be contaminated. Yeah, I mean, it goes in a jet. Like,
so every time I say, I'm a fueler, they'd be like, oh, all you did was, pump the gas. And that's it. I'm like, I mean,
whatever.
Technically, yeah, but there's more, more behind the scenes that was, really made it fun. There was this rapid refuel point that we'd had at Fort Hood that was really fun. You get to do your job there, and train the National Guard that came. So sometimes because I didn't deploy, and I'll tell my wife this, that I feel like I don't know exactly what my purpose was in the military, but I look back at it, and even though I did not deploy, I trained soldiers that did deploy.
Yeah.
At the job, you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. It's tough. I talk to guys that haven't, and it's always one of those lingering things because you join to deploy.
Yeah,
like go do your job out overseas. I was at a training base real quick, and so I had to push my flight chief. He liked me, and I was like, I want to deploy, and I said something to him every week, and finally he's like, Adam, do you want to deploy in 2 months? And I was like, bet. So I had to push for it. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have got deployed, because it was the same thing in my head. If I get out, I got to do it.
I got to have something that I did something.
But you served your role. You did your thing, and you were able to look at it from that angle too. So that's good.
So I was able to teach the National Guard that came into that unit. We were assigned to that. And honestly, we've had maybe thousands and thousands of recycled soldiers coming through and us teaching them our job.
Yeah.
Because they were going to go over there and, create the field. My bad. I told you I ain't talking.
That's why I put it up there.
But yeah, that alone was it was interesting. It's fun. It wasn't fun smelling like fuel every day, but other than that, the job was dope, got to see a lot of things, feeling the aircraft, the UH-60s, the what is it called? The Chinooks.
Yeah.
The big ones. Yeah, we used to fill those up and do all the different testings.
Nice, man. So it's overall is a pretty positive and valuable experience.
Oh yeah, they're very, very positive experience. I took a lot from the military. It opened up a lot of doors for us. I was actually gonna make it a career. I was gonna do 20 years, and I'm probably saying 20. I probably would have did more than that, you know. But this life came with, and she introduced it to it, and
within that time frame.
with it all in that time frame, and we didn't know it was gonna take off like that at all. It was out of nowhere. We were doing it for fun, the content. You know, some of my buddies would see our videos, and I'm like, dang, you see our videos?
Yeah.
My first sergeant messaged me. He was like, hey, I see you on this app right here. What is this? I'm like, bro, we went viral.
Yeah.
And we started going viral a couple times. It really started at Fort Hood, like our journey.
I think Fort Hood was the purpose of all this.
Well, so yeah, and real quick, I did want to say, and you were able to have you were able to breathe, the pressure, the security that came with that for your family was a huge plus as well.
A huge plus was really the insurance, because we were on
we
Medicaid
were fighting for that
kids.
for sure.
Yeah.
And then after I got cut off of TRICARE with my dad, I didn't have insurance, so he wanted insurance for me, and especially because I did get pregnant when Nevaeh, my first, was 3 months old.
Okay.
Again.
Dang. So
I was like, oh wow, and then we just didn't.
I think it was after my son was born, 3 months in, that's when I got shipped off to basic training.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yep.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah. So it was like Nevaeh was born. I had the regular 9-to-5 jobs. Plumbing really did start to pick up for me before the military. I was doing plumbing, and that actually, pay was really great because not a lot of people want to mess with plumbing stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But the military, like I said, it completely shifted us, and it helped us
set the stage.
What
was it like going into being a military spouse?
So I mean, as a military spouse, I took pride in being one, but at the same time, I never I was not gonna live through him. It was his job.
That wasn't your identity.
Yeah, I know a lot of these military spouses take it I'm a staff sergeant's wife.
Oh yeah, they want you to salute them.
When you join the military, I was like, it's your job. I'm not gonna sit here and just flaunt it.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of wives do and I always told my husband, I'm like, please don't introduce me to these military spouses. And I'm not even in the most respectful way, because I'm an introvert but an extrovert around the right people. So I just really, like I said, I just didn't want to get involved with all that military spouse stuff, because I saw all the Army wife pages, and I'm like, man, these women are crazy out here. So I just really wanted him to focus on him. I didn't when people would ask me what your husband does in the military, I would tell him he's a 92 Fox, but that's all I know. I literally don't know nothing more.
Can't give you much more.
So whatever he does, that's on him, but I support anything that he did in the military. I think it was more so I did not want to meet a lot of people, is because I just see how toxic it was in the environment too, with the
can
couples.
Be for sure.
It's not all couples are like that, but a lot of the couples that we met.
Yeah.
In the process of it was just toxic. It was just the cheating.
You meet a lot of swingers.
Man.
Oh gosh.
I think it was the cheating stuff too was crazy.
I
saw it from just being enlisted. Yeah, I heard the rumors. I was never married in the military.
I think Fort Hood was the worst with that.
I think I was actually grateful that I was married going into, because I would not want to stay in the barracks.
Yeah.
I don't want to do none of that.
And then I was just the whole swinging thing, like you said, was so weird. I've met a lot of people that literally were I remember one time I was put in a position where a woman asked me, have you tried it? Do you ever think about doing that? I'm like, that was the last time I ever hung out with a girl. I said, girl, what? Don't ask me some dumb ass question.
Close that door.
To
each their own. We no judgment, but we
to me, I'm like, look, do you want my husband? Because I'm crazy at the same time. I'm like,
yeah,
trying to mess with my husband.
That's how I would take it. If someone suggested it.
I'm about to beat your ass. No, I'm just kidding.
It's interesting you say that though, because it's very popular these days. I mean, just in fitness or whatever, and I'm like, geez, and again, to each their own. But I don't want that around my family.
Yeah, no, I just didn't want that around my family. I'm more of like I want to be around like other marriages that like want to be with each other, you know.
Yeah,
like, you know, I know I'm not
like,
saying like perfect, like nobody's perfect, like trust me, everybody goes through their stuff, but like I want to be around other marriages that like couples that love each other or like love their kids and want to do family things and stuff. Like I'm more of like a family, like let's go do out.
Same.
And if we drink, cool, we drink, kids play, cool, have it, you know, like that's me, like that's my vibe.
I don't want like just this other, I don't want anybody else's energy in my marriage.
Yeah.
Like that's for my marriage
Trust
is
me,
like us.
Yeah.
We actually went through a rough patch in our marriage when we were in Fort Hood because we were around all that toxic stuff. And that's when I realized from that duty station, and we ended up cutting them all off, but it was just like, we were like, wow, like that stuff is rubbing off on us. And like, we had to like snap back into reality. We were like, why are we, because we're still young. He's in the military. He just joined his first time. And it's like, we're both like, what is this? So we just caught ourselves fighting a lot, arguing a lot, accusing each other of things. Like, it was just like, it was just crazy because it's like, you hear the spouses things that they're going through through their husbands. You hear like what the women are doing when they deploy or they go on like.
Terrifying.
So I was just like, yeah. So we end up, when we moved here, it was like a whole shift in our marriage. We were doing social media at the same time, but once we moved here, we kind of like locked in more with our social media, and then we locked in more with like who we had around us. Yes, we were still going through like the fake friends, all that in the midst of everything, but we also were just like a lot smarter by like just catching on and then just cutting them off. Like we literally were just cutting people off left and right, and what it led us to here. And hey, we have like a little bit of friends, and our marriage is a lot stronger. And I just feel like everything we went through was just like it was supposed to happen.
It
honestly.
aligns.
Like the military was a big impact in our lives. So
before you ask this, you know, it's funny because my wife and I, like, we same values, right? And it's a value alignment thing. It's just like, you know, especially if you have kids, like, how do you influence it? You know, I'm just very serious about like who's around my family and involved with us. And we've been on, you know, let's go get dinner with this couple. And like, I'm just pretty blunt about it. I'm like, yeah, so a lot of swingers around here, just kind of testing the waters. And so based off of their answer, I'll know like if we're going to hang out with them. They're like, yeah, I don't get that. You know, it's like, okay, we'll hang out again. You know?
No, because it's
weird
not that, when you're in that position.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say I hate you because of it, but it's just like we don't want our marriage connected to that at all.
No, I see it more like, okay, you would be able to like, so you're basically saying you want to fuck my husband, like you know what I mean?
Straight up.
And like I fuck yours, like that's so weird. Like
That's
I know
weird.
It's so TMI, but like it's like straight to the freaking point.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. No, thank you. Pass on all that.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean that's like fighting. You know, you're gonna get smacked.
I think that's why it was so weird. Like, oh my gosh, I think it's because like also, you know, like I said, like my parents are a big impact and they give us a lot of advice. Like, you know what I mean? If we need anything. So with not having my parents there, we had to literally learn everything
we were on our
own. Because
this was another stepping stone for our marriages, was
having nobody there,
leaving a place where we had my parents, her parents. You know, if anything were to happen, boom, or, you know, we need someone to watch the kids. We had them. We're going to a spot where we don't have nobody. We don't know nobody, just completely by ourselves. So we had to learn a lot of things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, like she said, the guidance.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, it was like, we were like figuring life out.
Yeah. So what made you start, this is like a turning point though. What made you start recording?
So what's crazy is that it all goes back to when I was in high school. I was in this class called Blue Review, and it was an editing class. And this is an amazing editing teacher. His name was Coach Brown. And to be in this Blue Review class was special. Like not anybody was accepted into it. Yeah. I don't even know why I was accepted into it because I did not have no portfolio, never had no experience or anything. So when I was in this class in high school, it was like a big thing. Like they had like this morning show that they did every day that they played at Fort Campbell High School. And it was like Blue Review's like morning show. Like it was kind of like hey, good morning, Fort Campbell, like, you know, whatever. Yeah. And then it goes into like these episodes of like little episodes they edit, the groups do in that class. And it's like little whatever. So when I was in that class, I had to record episodes of like scenarios of like different of what we wanted to do, like a scene of I don't know, it's just like a lot of crazy things. It was like a short scene of like on a comedy show.
Yeah.
You know, just recording whatever. So when I was in that class, we were recording consistently and editing, and I learned a lot of editing in that class.
Okay.
But I've always loved, like I didn't know that was my passion at the time, but I loved doing it. Because I was in like cheerleading and all that. I thought like cheer was just my only passion, but that was also something I loved doing. So I always found myself editing and doing like crazy stuff like that. So after high school, I obviously knew how to edit on iMovie and all that. And once Vine was like trending, I guess at the time, I was doing Vines. I was like recording myself being like dumb and stuff because like we were, like I said, we come from like comedic family as well. Like my dad literally acts just like my husband. It's crazy. So I was just always like recording myself, editing stuff. And then TikTok came around. I guess TikTok started trending. Oh no, I was even on Facebook too. And I did MySpace. I was editing all that. So
days.
It's like all this kind of relates to each
You're
other.
not
like,
in my top 8.
Yeah, I was literally, I was always like finding myself editing, and I was like, maybe this is really something my calling is. And once TikTok was like trending or whatever around 2019, I literally was just like posting all my makeup videos, and I would edit them, and I wanted to be like a full-time like makeup artist. Like I really did, and I was editing all my makeup videos, but then I also was like throwing in like comedic like scenes of like from my Snapchat of Jay and like my kids and stuff being funny or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I caught those videos just going viral all the time.
It's taking off.
I was literally just recording like funny things. So I was just like, there was one time where Jay literally was about to shit his pants, and it went viral because he was about to shit himself because he drank this like tea, this detox teas that I would buy just like clear your system out. And he took it, and then he tried to find a gas station, and it was actually on Ridiculousness. Like he had to like hold his butt and everything going into KFC.
So it blew up.
Yeah.
I think that was our very first video that blew up. Like gave us.
Yeah. But I
what a
was
funny like first video to blow
I was
up
like,
too.
I was literally just like editing like
was just
funny
recording.
videos
Yeah,
and recording. I'm
Yeah.
always have my camera out. And this is like even before social media. I always was recording. I literally would even post it on my Snapchat. Everyone would be dying on my Snapchat. And they're like, why don't you guys start a YouTube channel? Like they always said, start a YouTube channel. And
Girls'
like,
YouTube is pretty big too.
And we thank you.
Dang.
And then we started in 2018 with YouTube, and then TikTok 2019.
Dang. So it's just taking off from there.
Yeah.
That's really cool. You know, I mean, you never can figure out this like algorithm. I'll post like a really deep clip. I'm like, dude, this is going to hit people. It's going viral because it's like emotional. And I'm like, it's kind of disappointing. But then actually I do have one that's like at 100,000 on IG right now.
Oh, that's
doing pretty
awesome.
well. You know, it's and it's a really deep one. You know, I asked somebody about like if he could say something to it because a lot of people go through loss that come through my show. So I always ask them like, if you could say something to them right now, what would you say? You know, and it's powerful. You know, the responses, they vary so much. Anyways, that one's doing pretty well. But like on TikTok, I've had that guy I was telling you about that has the threshold recovery, you know, out of all the things we talked about, his addiction story, he talks about his wife's haircut. And it gets 3 million views.
No,
I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, this is what goes viral.
It's the stuff that you never would think would even go viral. There's a lot of videos that go viral of ours, and we're just like, I did not think that was even going to blow up. Like, the way
how is that the one?
Like, literally, the one big one that made us, like, grew super fast when we first started social media was him.
That was the biggest one of them all. I think that's what really
It was like the beginning of our journey. He literally was going down the street with my daughter's Elsa scooter. So mind you, it's like this tall, and he's a grown man on a little Elsa scooter. So he's going like really, really fast. Yeah. And as he's going fast, he flies off, and then he gets up and he starts like moaning. He's like, like going off. And why did that get 15 million views? Mind you, at the time we were like 15 million views is a lot.
It was crazy because it was like. When she recorded it and posted it, I was playing Call of Duty at the time.
We were not thinking anything of it.
She texted me. She's like, look at our video. It's at 500,000. And we're like, whoa.
We were like, what the heck?
Then I think it was the next day. It was in the mills. And it
just kept growing. And we were like, and it grew us all the way to 100K. And we were like, we were really confused because we were like, we were just posting just to
It was a
post. And
random
yeah, a lot
video.
of them would go viral, but like the very first one was 80,000, and we thought 80,000 views was like a lot, you know?
Right.
And it still is a lot.
Yeah.
And we're just like, wow, like what the heck? But that video was like up to 15 million and grew us like all the way to like 100, 200,000 followers. And we were like, what the heck? And then like,
What is this?
we just kept posting just for fun. But even going viral, we didn't think anything of it. We didn't think like,
we'd be
oh,
here
we're going to be
today.
famous.
Yeah.
Oh,
When'd you
we're
take
gonna
it
do
serious?
this. Man,
I think Fort Campbell.
Fort Campbell. It
Because
was
when we left Fort Hood, we had 300,000. We came here, and we were like, man,
We took it serious.
Let's really get into it. Let's really like.
yeah,
We created videos every day, and we created 3 videos every single
3
day.
videos a day. Yeah.
3 videos a day.
I think what
Now
made
it's of course it's slowed down. We'll do like 1 or 2,
Yeah.
or sometimes we don't post.
Yeah.
But when we first started like really tapping into it,
It's 3 videos a
3
day.
videos, and we made sure to stay consistent.
And what's crazy is that we didn't even think it could be a full-time job until we had a manager. Our
Yeah.
manager was literally she. It's so funny because we were just posting just to post. Yeah, we were getting our little deals, but our little deals we thought was a lot. We were like getting a little $200, $500 deals, but we didn't think it was going to be a full-time job. But I knew that there was like money coming into this, and I was like, wow, that's crazy because we get to get paid off of doing something we love to do. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So when our manager came into our lives, she was like, you guys are undercharging.
Yeah.
She was like, you should be charging $2,000 to $3,000 per video at the time when we had 700,000 followers.
Dang. Just
we
to
were
like
like-
advertise something or whatever the
We
case
were
is.
like, you can make that much? It's social
Yeah.
media?
We were like, wait, what?
We were like,
We thought she was playing, and we were like, no.
what? You know, you're lying. You know,
Yeah.
and what do you know? Like,
People are paying it.
we were just
People
like,
are
wow.
paying that money, bro.
Like
And
the
it's so
creators, it's
crazy.
crazy, and it's insane. But one thing I love about like the brand world is that brands know genuine people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing that all brands say to us is that they love how genuine we truly are and what we'll bring to life because our content is just genuine. They don't want they want real people.
That's what I like, you know,
Yeah.
just in this short time I've gotten to know y'all. I try not to dive too much into your TikTok because y'all fill
Yeah.
out like the questionnaire, but
Yeah.
I don't want to know too much. You know,
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
meet y'all and just feel for myself and
yeah.
like learn as I go. So if somebody like, I get a guess, I'm not even trying to dive in their journey much. I just like to have kind of a template and
yeah.
how I want to lay it out because it's my understanding becomes more authentic too. And I will say y'all are extremely genuine. Like
appreciate
y'all are
that.
amazing.
You
and
don't understand how
it's-
much that of a compliment.
Of
that
course,
is.
no, it's an
Yeah.
honor to have y'all here. You know, I could talk to you guys probably all day because y'all are just like, yeah, I vibe with y'all. It's really fun.
I'm more of like, if we could just be wealthy without the fame, that'd be great. Because it's kind of scary for your kids. And that's why I'm glad my kids go to a school where they don't really know them like that, only a few. But they did go to a school before that where everybody knew them. And that's why they were just passing them because they're on TikTok. And I'm like, no, pass my kids if they deserve to be passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
Well, you know, it's like no matter what happens, you know, I could pray that like y'all avoid
Yeah.
all that crap. You know, again, you don't know where the world's going. You just work
Yeah.
through it together. Though,
Yeah.
like, it's unfortunate. There's just the world's got a lot of sick people in it.
Yeah.
You know, I liked how y'all said too, like no politics in all caps.
Yeah.
I hate politics.
Mine
I
too.
hate politics. I don't
My-
believe in neither side. I just don't want people labeling me left or right
Yeah.
or whatever. Like I got my values that are for me and my family.
Oh, yeah.
But I meet people.
But it's just people will take little clips. If we were to ever even sit here and talk about red or blue, like, oh, you'd be surprised. They'll like cancel.
oh
you.
yeah, they'll like edit it how they want.
Cancel the hell out of
Gotta
you.
watch that. I had a client of mine, a good friend. You know, I look how I do. I had my head shaved at the time. My values are pretty like for my family personally in our household are probably like further right than most. I will say, but like that's for me and my family.
Yeah.
You know, he's gay, he's got blue hair, he's black. You know, if you looked at us and like on camera, it's like these guys, if they put us on Fox News, they'd be like, these guys hate each other. But he's become like one of my closest friends because we're listening to each other to understand. And it's that dialogue. It's like remove the labels.
Yeah.
And that's what one thing I hate when it comes to religion or politics or anything. It's just people want to label you. And it's like, nobody label me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because there is so much more to people than what you see. 2 questions here. What's harder now than before? And what don't people from the outside see?
What's harder now?
What's harder now?
That's a good one. That's a good question.
That is a
man.
good question. It's a really good question.
What's harder now than from before?
What's harder now? I would say
Time management.
Oh, yeah.
We are completely we are busy every day, all the time.
Yeah.
You know, some people will probably be like, man, what do y'all do during the day? There's a lot of things is, you know, during
That
the
is a
day,
good
the
one.
kids are in school. But when they get off of school, our day kind of I wouldn't say necessarily starts, but it gets busier because
And we
we
don't
gotta
get
go to
home
practice.
till,
We're not home till
till bedtime.
9. You know, it's time management is a lot because we have to manage our time a lot more.
It's more so, and it's crazy because when you do talk about these things as a social media influencer, people are they make the comments what's so hard about just making videos?
Yeah, I know.
Making a 30-second video.
Exactly.
Oh my God. No, really, it's not just making videos. And God forbid I'm not on here complaining. I love my job. It's just when you have kids with sports, when you put your whole entire time into it, investing in your kids, it comes with practices nonstop, and then you have a husband that likes to be a coach for every sport, so
I like to
but
put a lot
you're
of input.
involved.
but we love it. I just think more so it's just the time. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have time for people, not all the time, and that's why I'm blessed for my friends and family, because they understand how busy we are, that they are not going to take it to heart that if I don't if I don't see you all the time.
I've had to tell friends, hey, I'm in this season right now.
Yeah, and
you
honestly,
may not hear from me much, but I love you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and I love my
wish
people.
and I wish it was like that, where we could pick up a conversation. We haven't talked for a while, but we could pick up a conversation tomorrow and it'd be like we were just back. It's normal.
Yeah,
We pick back up where we left off.
We
That's
value though. I'm a low maintenance friend.
Yeah, we don't
I'm not
ask
there
for
all the
much.
time, but I'm there when you need me. And
100%.
honestly, that's it. And I just feel we're very busy. We're very blessed to be busy. Very thankful to be
definitely.
busy and be where I'm at right now. But honestly, I like he said, it's just really the time. We don't have time for people, but I'm kind of glad for it because it keeps us out of the loop. When I reconnect with friends and stuff like that, all the stuff that I hear that's going on in our city, I'm like, wow, I didn't even know all this was going on, but God forbid, I'm glad we're busy.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know Sherry and what Jack was doing that and this and that out here, all the tea in the city. But
Hey,
I'm
who's Sherry or Jack? No, I was kidding.
but at the end of the day, I don't care about it. But hey, I'm hey, whatever. Keeping us busy is for a reason. Like I said, we're in the season with growth, wealth, health, and growth. And I just feel especially because of things that we deal with and that social media doesn't see. For example, like you said, people are vulnerable in this podcast, and a lot of people don't know, but I do have an autoimmune disease, and it's really something that takes a toll on me a lot, and people don't know that yet. So it is a lot to deal with that, dealing with that, and then having to deal with the kids, and
Yeah.
So.
If you don't mind me asking, what's that? What does that involve?
So it really is more so with hives. I get hives when I stress, and stress has been a big causer with this. And I really just feel what's been helping me lately is not really putting all my energy into things that don't serve me. So I will put all of me into my family, and I won't stress over the little things. I won't stress over like I told you earlier about friendships and stuff like that. If somebody's not going to be there, I'm not going to stress over it. Or if family's not going to truly be there, I'm not going to stress over it. I'm just going to really put my time into my kids. And then if I need to take a break and settle down and sit still for a second, I'm going to. I tell my husband, I'm not going to burn myself out anymore. And I think I burned myself out for so many years, even in my childhood and all that. And they say what's crazy, statistics say people that have autoimmune disease, don't know how true this is, is like went through like childhood trauma, went through all that, and it's like kind of makes sense.
Really?
Yeah, which is so crazy. I've never heard of that, but
I'm gonna look into it.
I did hear a lot of people talk about it, and I'm just like, wow, it kind of makes sense, and it kind of like makes sense of all the things I went through since 2018 of hives.
Yeah.
And it's when I stress, everybody said, like, doctors, like, oh, it's because you're stressed, because of stress. But I found out that it's an autoimmune disease that I have.
Dang.
And how to control it is, of course, taking, like, medicine like Allegra, peptide, stuff, just to kind of, like, whatever. But really, it's just kind of just, like, chilling the fuck out.
Sometimes it's the easiest. Yeah. That's a trick, you know? I'm on blood pressure. I push myself to my blood pressure being so extremely high that they were like, we got to get you on medication. I got a graft. I got to be aware.
It's all the dang energy drinks. No,
I've slowed down a lot, though, you know, and like eliminating tobacco and stuff and just there's multiple things. But I think one of the biggest things has just been learning how to like not be so hard on myself, not put so much pressure.
Learning your body, to be honest, what you put into your body too. I just also feel like all these foods, these processed stuff too, it makes things not any better.
100%.
So I just feel like it's just like a lot of inflammation and all that, because it's really with inflammation with me. It's I gotta watch what I put into my body and like all the things, and especially with my kids too. Like I don't want them to ever go through that. So I am big on like, okay, you could have Cheerios for one day, but like at the end of the day, I do want them to eat very good at the same time too, just so they won't go through all the things we go through 100%. To prevent that.
But what does building together really look like when the cameras are off?
The same.
Bro,
really? So what you see on camera is what you get.
It's really crazy, bro. Honestly, what you see on the cameras is off. Like
it's real
every day,
and
that's why some of our content is super easy to do, because it's just us.
And and like sitting here right now talking to you is what we do outside. We always talk about our goals every day. We always talk about what we need to accomplish, and it's not always like. We're not always just mom and dad. We also take time for ourselves. So it's like we always sit there and just talk about our goals, talk about each other, what we can do.
We got to go on dates, you know what I mean? Because we got to have our time for sure. We definitely make sure we keep the dates going, keep the spark there, you know what I mean?
And then checking each other when one falls. My wife, it's like she said, hey, I need more of you, you know, and maybe because I get overwhelmed and I'm thinking about a million other things. Yep. And it's all about them. But she doesn't hesitate to be, hey, you know, pump the brakes on this.
It's good to kind of like tell each other how it is. We're very blunt. We're both blunt. We're both very dominant people. So we just kind of tell each other how it is. Even when we play around, like. It's so important though. Yeah.
To check your spouse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And honestly,
some people find our arguments kind of funny because. We'll roast each other.
Like we're really roasting each other at the same time. Like I will literally
people be like,
call them by every name in the book.
That's our love language.
Like we're just like, hey B, like, you know, just playing around. Like people probably think it's like offensive, but we're just like very like, he's just like my best friend. So.
Yeah, for sure. I love that, guys. All right. I do want to say too, my wife and I, like if we argue afterward, we're like, I'm glad this is like, that's what our arguments are. Like they're really not that serious, you know, and I'm sure y'all think that all the time. Mm-hmm. So it kind of relates to what y'all were saying. Okay. What would you say to someone who feels behind right now?
I would say to just keep going, be consistent, be you, and don't give up.
Sweet. Mm-hmm. And what change did y'all have to, what belief did y'all have to change to get where you're at now?
Not caring what anyone thinks.
Yeah, you cannot. You're going to go through this path, but some people are going to have the negative to say about it. And of course, you're going to end bad judgment, but you just got to believe in what you think is right for yourself and just keep going and be consistent on it.
Nice. I think it's not caring what anyone thinks, and then know that you have a purpose, because I think one of the main things that keeps us going is that, like, so a lot of supporters, we read the comments. We're not one of those that just post and don't read the comments. I love reading the comments. I love responding. Yes, you see the bad and you see the good, but the good outweighs the bad for us, honestly. Mm-hmm. You'll have like 2-3 negative, but like so many thousands of positive comments. And I think one of the main thing that I see a lot in our videos is that I literally have supporters that go through dark times, and all they need to do is look up our profile, and they literally their whole day lights up, and they say that we help them through depression. Mm-hmm. We help them just to like be positive and like keep going and stuff, because you know, like I've seen a quote recently of like someone saying that just because you see happy people doesn't mean that they're acting. Like, maybe what if they are really just truly happy and they just turn the camera on? Like, unhappy people are not going to just turn the camera on and just act unhappy. Maybe some people, but for most people, they record when they're happy.
Yeah.
So it's like, can't imagine going on there acting like I'm happy when I'm mad. And when I'm mad, I don't want to talk to nobody.
Yeah.
When I'm mad, I will not upload. I will upload a draft because I'm not going to record and act like I'm freaking happy.
Yeah, you're
when
not in
I'm
the right
mad, I
place.
don't want to talk to nobody. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be on social media. I don't want to like record. I want to do anything. So I don't understand that concept of like that people think, you know?
And then what she said was not caring about what other people think. I had to deal with that because I cared so much what people thought about me growing up. I was always like, I was trying to be a people pleaser. Oh, this dude don't like me. Well, why don't you? I want all to figure it. Why don't you like me?
Yeah.
And I would always go out of my way just to see and do other things that weren't me. So just be yourself. A lot of people, I see the comments, some things that I do on social media, people be like, oh, he's gay. He does all that. No.
It's like maybe he's just like secure in his masculinity.
I'm just secure in my masculinity. I know what I like, and I only care about one opinion, and that's hers.
Dude.
like sorry, he could twerk better than most
exactly.
women,
If you see me on there twerking, bro, I'm twerking. My wife loves it. I don't care if you don't like it. You know what I mean? If you don't like it,
you know what he says?
Scroll.
He's like, I bet I could beat your ass though.
Facts. Hey, I'm the one that twerks around my household as well. You know what I'm saying? Like,
look,
he said nobody will tell me to my face, so I'm good.
Nobody, and that's the thing. Nobody has said all the comments. Nobody says anything to my face, so I'm just like, okay,
yeah.
It is what it is.
That's how it's been with all these people that have said stuff to me. It's like, still, you're not going to come to me with it. You're going to say it virtually.
Yeah, virtually.
And if I've had somebody recently, they were like, you just need to quit. There's way better podcasts, and it's just like, dude, you don't know what I put into this. You don't know what how, like, you don't know anything about me. And all I always like to leave something to something like that. I'm just like, what a heavy thing to somebody. Yeah. What a heavy thing to say to somebody you don't even know.
Don't even know.
That stops them in their tracks. They can't even respond to that because it makes them reflect immediately. And it's not defensive. I'm not attacking you, but like, damn.
You don't know me. And I say that too, is like the people that do know me, they know I'm not gay at all.
And come on.
I have no problem with gay people.
And trust
at
me,
all.
the comments are so funny though.
But I laugh at the comments.
I think I like to make it worse, and my husband's like, stop making them mad.
Oh yeah, she'll make it worse when people say some stuff.
I'll be like I know that's my toxic trait too. It's like, and I know you don't like me and you hate me, I'm gonna make it worse. But
you're gonna hate me more.
You're gonna hate me more.
So I'll reply and I'll be like, girl, you look more like a man than my husband. But I just try to stop.
That's so funny. It's hard not to bite back.
Yeah, because
I'm human and that's too. Another thing. People think that just because we're on social media, we can't bite back.
No, I'm gonna bite back.
You can say whatever you want, but we can't say nothing back.
Like you can literally call me every name in the book and call me a stupid bitch or this and that. But it's like I can't call you something. Like, damn.
Screw that. What does the next chapter look like for you guys that nobody sees? And then I got one question that each of y'all answer. That's my final one. But yeah, like maybe, what's some unknown? What's something exciting news, or y'all just want to withhold that? But
no, we could let it. It's already been kind of in the works already. But I am trying to open up a sports facility in Clarksville.
Nice.
I am in tune with the youth sports there. I definitely feel that all the other sports in Clarksville, like, let's say soccer, baseball, basketball, they're really good in youth as far as like training facilities, the opportunities that they get. But I feel like football, they're lacking it. You know, I feel like I could bring more exposure to, the young athletes there and really dive into training the young ones.
There's so much talent.
There's so much talent out there in Clarksville. I want to bring it out. And because, we've had a couple guys that, went to the NFL from Clarksville, but it's only a couple. Here in Nashville, you get a whole bunch of them.
For sure.
There's a lot of them. So really just trying to, like, bring more so a bigger culture to football in Clarksville.
Nice. Man.
So yeah, I have my training facility that I plan on opening up called Train X.
Nice.
So it's going to be all sports, not just specifically football.
That's exciting.
For me, it's going to be, I'm going hard on the football. I am a youth football coach for my son.
Yeah.
I'll be coaching her little flag football too here soon.
Sweet.
So that's something, that's the future for us, is establishing multiple businesses.
Yeah.
We want to, venture out as the Kelley family and grow, keep growing.
Man,
That's
I'm pumped
all.
to watch it.
I can, man.
Yes.
I'm grateful for y'all sharing this with me too. What about you? Or is that
Honestly,
same thing?
Tap back into what started this all, my makeup.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, she kind of, let that go a little bit, but like I said, she can create that image right now. I kid you no lie, on her face.
Yeah, I want to
You're
tap
gonna
more
have to do
into.
makeup my face.
I'm
just
so
like-
serious.
I don't want to necessarily be a makeup artist for other people, but I do want to tap into like the art on my face and my own brand, because
Yeah.
I see my daughter. She the one that's about to be 10. Her name's Nevaeh. She loves makeup just as much as I do, and I just know I want to create something that's going to be passed down to her.
Yeah.
Because she truly loves makeup as just as much
That's
as
cool.
I do, and just tap more into that and like make my own brand of my makeup. So
I love it, guys.
Yeah.
And y'all built something that's giving y'all opportunity
Yeah.
to like tackle other things you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Like, that's so freaking cool.
Yeah, like-
y'all inspire me.
thank
Truly.
you.
Yeah. I love it.
Honestly, she pushed me. I really didn't want to get into coaching. I wanted to just, coach my son and teach him what I grew up knowing. Give him everything that I didn't get to have growing up playing football. But she really opened my eyes to really just tap into just.
I just see the way he is with kids.
Kids,
and
yeah.
He
Yeah.
loves kids. Kids love him. And and seeing him with the love that he has for the kids, like, makes me happy too. Because last year, football season, I was like all in. Because I just love, and I love the kids just as much as he does. So anything he does, like, I was always the one setting up the banquets, setting up everything. I'm like, I love hosting. So doing all that, I was like on the side, just helping him, cheering him on, and
It's awesome.
setting up everything for the kids, had sleepovers, had all this. Like, I just told him, I was like, you need to do it because the kids love you and they need you. And he made a big impact on a lot of kids' lives so
That's
far.
awesome.
And I like to think now. I actually told her the other day. I was like, you know what? The feeling of when those kids get older and they're in high school and it's their time to sign that paper to go to college or what college they picked, I'll be able to sit there and say, I coached that kid.
Yeah.
I coached that kid.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a legacy thing too. You're impacting their lives.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, final question, guys, and then we're closing out.
Right.
This is my, the question. I'll start with you, ladies first. Gabby, what is your relentless pursuit?
My relentless pursuit is to become the healthiest version of myself for my kids. I want them to have like a long, like, lasting relationship with me. I don't want it to end at a certain age. I want to become very healthy for them just so they can have many years with me. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
ever want to leave them in this world alone.
100%.
So
I appreciate
I
that.
think the healthiest version of myself and just making like a big impact in everyone's life. I feel like everyone that's around me, I do make a big impact with them because, like I said, like, all I want to do is see them grow, and like I want to see everybody around me win.
Yeah.
So I just want to keep making an impact with the supporters, my friends, my family, and just keep growing, honestly, and just becoming like the softest and healthiest version of myself.
I love that. Thank you for that. Jay, what is your relentless pursuit?
I would say mine is, sort of the same thing as Gabby. Is just being a better father, being a better husband. Not saying that I'm not, but
He's not. I'm just kidding.
but just continuing doing what I'm doing, being there for my family, being there for my kids is the biggest thing for me. Showing them that love and affection that I didn't receive as a young kid. Just being able to give that to them, and then just pouring everything into my kids and my wife, of course, and just building
Beautiful.
that generational wealth. That's what we want. We see ourselves in, I don't know how many years it's going to take for us to get there, but we see ourselves on big acre lot one day with family compound, and that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
Feel that.
You know what I mean? So
Exact same thing.
that's the
Yeah.
goal.
I love that, guys. Well, thank you for your time. Where can everybody find y'all?
You can find us on TikTok as the Kelley Family.
Yeah.
YouTube, the Kelley Family. IG, mine is different. We don't have the Kelley Family page.
But we have our own personal pages.
Yes. It'll be underscore J Kelley for me and underscore
Gabrielle Kelley.
Awesome.
So honestly, if you even type up the Kelley
Yeah, if you type
Family,
in the Kelley Family on IG.
Kelley.
Yeah. EY. That's very important because a
'Cause
lot of
everyone
people
says
spell KELLY for
Y.
Kelley.
Yeah.
EY. Make sure you add the EY.
All right,
But
sweet.
if you search it on Instagram, both of our Instagram profiles will pop up.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Awesome, guys. Well, hey, everybody. Go show them some love. It was so nice to meet y'all. I'm going to shake y'all's hands. All right, guys. Till next time.
Bye.
One of the biggest lessons that I've learned in this show, and honestly in life, is that healing doesn't live in just one lane. Some people find it through addiction recovery, some through therapy, some through faith, some through hard conversations that they've avoided for years, and some for finally being honest about what they're carrying. I started this show to give people a voice, to share real journeys, real struggles, and real growth. And what it's shown me is how many people are walking through similar battles, even if it looks different on the surface. Through this platform, I've been connected with people across so many lanes: addiction recovery, mental health, veterans and first responders, faith, marriage and relationships, trauma, and everything in between. I want to say this clearly. If you're listening right now and you're struggling, please reach out. You don't need to know exactly what you need. You don't need the right words. You don't have to even know exactly where to start, but through my network, I'll do everything I can to get you connected with the right person in the right lane for where you are. That's what this show is about. Real stories, real connection, and reminding people that there is a way forward.